Hey guys, it's Camus and welcome to Chess Beauty 67. It's been a while, it's been kind of busy around here, but anyway, we're back, and at the end of Chess Beauty 66, you were left with this position. Don't worry about the position you just saw, it's not the solution. This was a mate in 3, and it's by Sam Loyd. Kind of surprising we haven't had anything by Sam Loyd up till this point. So we're long overdue for one of his problems. We'll have a brief biographical sketch at the end, as usual. So as I said, it's mate in 3. And despite the simplicity of the position, this problem has puzzled many potential solvers over the years. We'll let you take a stab at it first, and then we'll give you the solution. Okay. As I said, it's a relatively simple problem. The key move is the somewhat surprising queen to h6. And other moves will lead to mate. Obviously, black is losing, but since this is a chess problem, it's important that the solver checkmate the black king within the stipulated number of moves. And queen to h6 is the only move that does this. So it's essentially a waiting move, and I guess one of the reasons that people have difficulty solving this is because basically the solution involves 2 waiting moves. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. If white played, for instance, queen to d6 instead, which is a logical looking move, after king to b4, the quickest mate is for white, strangely enough, is a mate in 6. Other moves of the white queen lead to similar results, i.e. more than 3 moves. So anyway, queen to h6 is the move. And now black only has 3 possibilities. If he plays king to a5, then king to b3, and the black king has no moves in this position, so he must play b4, and the queen comes back and checkmates on b6. Similarly, after queen to h6, other than king to b4, which is the main line, the only other move he has is b4. But once again, if the queen comes back, devastating effect, checkmate. Okay, so let's return to the main line. After queen to h6, king to b4 is the best line, if you want to call it best. And now the second waiting move, queen to c1, protecting the pawn on c5 and forcing black to make a move. So here he has 2 possibilities. He can go to king to a4, but then queen to a3 is checkmate. Again, after queen to c1, he can go king to a5, but now again queen to a3 is checkmate. So very nice, economical problem from Sam Loyd. This was a first prize winner in whatever tournament it was entered in. I don't have the information on that. So Sam Loyd, you're probably familiar with the name. He was born in 1841, died in 1911. He was born in Philadelphia, raised in New York. And I did not know this, but he was actually one of the best American chess players of his time. In fact, at his peak, he was ranked 15th in the world. He did play in one strong international tournament in 1867, but he placed near the bottom of the field. So he didn't have the greatest practical success despite his apparent strength. Obviously, he was a chess composer, puzzle author, and a recreational mathematician. Now, the Wikipedia article that I got most of this information from doesn't state it, but he's actually had a pretty significant influence on magicians too. Many of his ideas have been adapted by magicians. I know this because I am an amateur magician at sometimes, and he probably didn't even realize how his work was going to be exploited by this particular group of people. But anyway, his ideas are still used today. He's famous for the famous 15 puzzle, although apparently he had absolutely nothing to do with it. And he's also famous for his work with tangrams. He published a book of 700 tangrams, apparently claiming them to be original, but apparently those were not original. Maybe some of them were, but as Martin Gardner says, he was a genius, America's greatest puzzler, and also a complete hustler. In fact, many other of his contemporaries are quoted. One called him a fast-talking snake oil salesman, and one of his puzzle collaborators, Henry Dudley, equated him with the devil. So he was quite the shyster, this guy. Very colorful figure. I'm sure we'll have some more problems from him in the future. Okay, so looking ahead to Chess Beauty 68, this is another problem. It's white to mate in 2 moves, and the solution is particularly interesting. We're going to learn a new chess problem theme from this particular problem, so hopefully you'll be able to find it without too much difficulty. This is a relatively simple example of this particular theme. I don't want to say what the theme is, so as to avoid giving you undue help in the solution. All right, we'll look forward to seeing you on Chess Beauty 68. Thank you for watching.